Tell us a little bit about your inspiration for doing this picture.
Well, I love children's books, and I love how dark children's book authors are, and this is a movie about a children's author and his son, and how living with someone who is so dark and depressed, and yet he writes a children's book that the whole world loves. What is it like growing up with that guy? And so it's a story about his son reconciling his father, and I'm really excited to be here.
How did you get this great cast?
I went out and I convinced every one of those actors to just join it as if it was a cause almost, and convincing them to be part of something that's great and big, even though they were going to make no money. And I was lucky. I was very blessed to get them.
What is your advice for young filmmakers today? What was your lowest point before becoming successful, where you maybe thought you'd maybe throw in the towel?
For me, I think that especially if you start off as a writer, you get so much rejection, but you have to keep writing. You have to keep going from one script to the other. You can't get too focused on one project. Nothing is precious. You always have to keep going, and if you keep going and you keep writing, something will hit. And so that's always my advice. And never feel like your ideas should be constrained by the independent media. You should have an idea and make it work for the budget, opposed to thinking, well, they'll never be able to afford it. Think of a big idea and make it work small.
What do you want viewers to get out of this picture?
I'd like people to sort of get that, we all are messed up, and we all make it through, and we gather our own little, pains through life, but you have to sort of forgive and reconcile with your family and yourself and kind of go on.
So you're looking forward to the films this evening?
Very much. I hear The Passage of Mrs. Calabash is supposed to be very good, and Never Was is the feature that follows. It's going to be good.
When you think of Aaron Eckhart, what adjectives spring to mind?
He looks just like my cousin.
What does a Gen Art Festival mean to you as an aspiring young filmmaker?
It's great to show your movie in front of a packed house, get the response that you do from the kind of people that come to the festival. I'm excited about it.
You excited for this evening?
I'm so excited. I can't contain my beard.
Me neither.
You're doing a better job than I am. You know what I'm saying? I cannot wait. I have a popcorn the size of
butter?
my mother. Butter flavored product. Can't wait for it.
When you think of Aaron Eckhart, what adjectives spring to mind?
Smoking.
When you think of Ian McKellen?
Having metal in my body and have him just draw it out of me.
It's like a great movie.
You have fun at the party last night?
I always have fun at parties, and especially Gen Art parties are the most fun.
I'm really excited. I'm always excited.
When you think of Aaron Eckhart, what adjectives spring to mind?
Splinter, and bamboo.
Ian McKellen.
Some sort of pasta.
I'm all set with my popcorn, my hot dog.
Excited for tonight, day 6. I'm still alive.
Okay, yesterday here was the score. It was Adam Walden. It was 5. Film Festival 0. Because I was kicking it. Tonight, I think I might gotta say it's 5-1. I think Film Festival's got 1 on me, which is, it's all right. You know what? It's all right. Like, sometimes you battle it, and that's the way it happens. But I'll tell you one thing: it's not gonna be 5-2. It's not. It's gonna be 6-1 best. Because tomorrow, watch out. Now, not that tonight, that's gonna be great, because everyone's gonna have a great time, and it's an amazing film, amazing event. But for me, I think I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna dial it down for night 6, because I'm then gonna dial it up.
Aaron Eckhart, what adjectives spring to mind?
Fabulous, not smoking is a good one. Actor, there's another one. Good actor, polished, good actor who doesn't smoke is a great one. Fantastic, sassy would be another one. Just all, and more, I can think. Yeah.
Ian McKellen.
Taller than a hobbit, wizard, polished. Actor extraordinaire, super actor extraordinaire. Might smoke. I'd have to say that could be one, because I don't know if he does or doesn't. I hope he doesn't. It's not good for you. But very well polished actor, professional, dedicated.
Having a great time. Amazing. It's very special to be here.
You guys must be really excited. Your picture is coming up.
It's coming up tomorrow night. Last night, very exciting for sure.
If you were to meet Ian McKellen and get into the Lord of the Rings movie, and you had to speak Elvish, how would you describe your short film tomorrow?
It's like Bilbo Baggins meets strip club, because it's a topless movie.
Do you agree, sir?
I certainly agree.
Let's say in Elvish, Acura. Oh, da da.
I'm looking forward for tonight. I'm a big fan of some Brittany Murphy and everyone else that's in the cast, and hopefully next year I'll be here too with my feature, starring you, of course.
Oh, hey, why not?
My next project should be a joint venture with Heavy Metal. So the graphic novel, so I'm trying to see how that works out, and I'm taking one of their short stories and adapting it. It should be like about a 15 to 20 minute short, and hopefully everything will be all right.
How's the film going that we spoke about a few weeks ago? Is it moving along?
The funding just came through, so I'm definitely shooting now. So, and since the funding came through, I got 2 fundings for 2 shorts, for 1 short and for the feature. So everything's coming along great though, so I have to come out and support for next year. Hopefully they come out with support for me.
The 11th annual Gen Art Film Festival, presented by Acura. Nice!
I just want to thank everybody for coming. This is such a great audience. It's so nice to see on a screen. Like this, it's amazing. But you know, this is my first film, and as everyone who knows anything about independent filmmaking, and you do it on such a small budget, and you're so reliant on people giving their hearts to the film. Thank you so much.
Hey, buddy, what do you think of the 2 pictures?
What's that?
What do you think of the short and the feature?
I enjoyed it. I'm sorry, I'm still processing. I just have to go back. Can you get me on the way out?
Yes.
Very good. Very good.
I'm still just reacting to the feature. I thought it was great. I thought it was wonderful. It's the best movie I've seen in a long time.
Oh, great. What about the short?
I thought the short was good too. I'm still sort of absorbing the story.
I thought they were both really good. I thought that the short was good because it was told backwards, and I really and you kind of figured that out as it was going along, and I liked that because it made you think. And I thought the movie was great. It made me cry. I think it was that it really showed a delicate balance between between somebody who could be seen as crazy and the fantasy world. I think it walked that line, towed that line very well.
Cool.
And it made you be really sympathetic towards all the characters too, without, you know, it was very delicate balance, and they achieved that, I think.
Cool. Oh, you're back. So what do you think of the feature?
I enjoyed it. I thought it definitely explored the link between insanity and imagination well, and I was always intrigued by that, and how sometimes it, you know, and I thought it was interesting also that Aaron Eckhart had a relationship with a journalist in this, like he did in Keep Smoking. Was kind of funny, kind of interesting as a journalist myself. Sometimes it can seem parasitic, and other times it can seem like, you know, you're helping someone. I thought that was interesting as well.
Cool, thanks. Do you know any people with mental problems, or like the character in the film?
I do. It reminded me of Proof a little bit in that way, but it definitely evoked, like, you know, people in the, you know, sometimes you feel like, oh, they're on to something, and other times you feel like, oh my God, they're so far off, and it's weird like that, and sometimes, I mean, both can be true, obviously.
It's great to be back here and to be able to help out however I can. It's always been a great festival. Myself and a panel of jurors took a look at all the films this year, and we were looking for new faces and outstanding talent, ideally someone who was just arriving upon the scene who could benefit by being recognized in this way. And we put our heads together, and we decided that Catherine Cunningham Hughes would be that person. And so it's my honor to introduce you to Catherine Cunningham.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Scott. I wish Charlie Robinson was here so I could thank him, because the fact that I'm being honored with this has a lot to do with him in the movie. So thank you, my friends who are here, and my sister, and have a great night.
How did you find Catherine?
We had a casting director, Susie Landau Finch, and she was great. And she brought Catherine in, and Catherine kind of nailed it. Kind of. Well, we had to work with you a little.
And as a first-time director, what is it like to work with actors like that?
It was intimidating. You know, every week there was the trick to making a film with actors like this who are doing it for so little is to schedule them in really quickly, so that you just say to them, come in for 5 days, come in for 4 days, like Jessica Lange. But for the most part, it was getting them to read the script and then going to them individually and convincing them that they might want to do it.
Clearly, using a cast like this and your production values, indie is a sensibility. It's a money thing. It's the way things are made. But you know, anyone can see this and say, like, this is a Hollywood movie. But you know, why was this indie? What sort of stories can you tell us that why this is an indie film?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've been asked that, and I think that, you know, indie used to just simply be a definition that, you know, defined how you raised the money, and somewhere along the way it sort of defined the genre more of, you know, because of the needs of a smaller production, people were making these films, and that sort of, I think, really cornered filmmakers into thinking a certain way. So, I mean, we did this for, you know, barely even 30 days. I didn't have, I had very little resources. There was a lot of preparation, but, you know, I've been asked, and I always say that, you know, whatever your idea is, find that idea and try to make it work.
Can you talk a little bit about the struggles that you've had as an actor trying to pave your way, and you know, what's that carrot that keeps you, you know, moving forward when things get difficult?
Things like this. I mean, honestly, struggles. It's all a struggle. Being an artist, to me, I would say the definition of being an artist is being able to keep doing what you love even when you're getting no validation. And there are times like that, and you just keep going. And I've actually been having one of those times, and then I got this call to come out to New York to accept this award. And so it's things like that. It seems that if you persevere, things will work out for you, if you believe that they will. So, I don't know, it's up and it's down, and as long as you keep strong and keep loving what you do, I think that you will be happy.
Look, the reality is with any actor, and I mean, for me, actors, maybe it's very Altman-esque in this way, but I think they make any film what a film is, you know. You go to a George Lucas film, and within 30 minutes, you get that it's intense and the effects are amazing, but you want a story, and you want to be sucked into the story. And I think when you sit down with actors and you talk about the process, and when you listen, and so when I first met him, it was a question that he had so many concerns, and he was so concerned about being crazy, and he's very theatrical, and he was concerned of going over the top, and he was concerned that he could get vulnerable enough, and it was really just a dialogue we started having, and that's how because acting is terrifying on some level. You just get to the set that morning, and is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Well, whether it does or not, that's going to be it. You know, he's going to, you know, and Nolte too was, you know, again, had to get very vulnerable, and he was sort of, everyone cried in this film. It was so it was just about talking, you know, and McKellen was really, you know, drawn to the material and the process, and he had a great time. It was a great time. In fact, if you go see X-Men 3, where we did the castle, literally he did X-Men 3 right after he shot this. And they shot that fight. There's a big battle that the mutants have, and it's in the exact spot we had that castle. And he called me saying, you know, a little trivia if you ever go see it.
Where is that?
It's in Vancouver. They were getting frustrated, so we did a huge improv one day. And it was an improv with William Hurt, and they were doing a group session, and it was for 3 hours. And we just, let's just explore. And of course, in this improv, William Hurt got mad at Aaron Eckhart's character and fired him in the improv, and then literally walked him out of the building because Hurt was so into the improv, and it got very heated. It was...
Oh, my favorite movie reviewer. Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Sounds great. Wow, what an interesting movie. It was really interesting watching. The movie started to go off in a certain direction because you weren't quite sure throughout the movie whether we were really going to see Neverwas at the end, and it was really great. I don't want to spoil it, you know, for the people in, but you It's a really incredible moment in the movie. Any cool news?
Is a festival that is, I think, more specifically for voices who've not had a place to be heard yet in the world of film festivals, which is quickly becoming a place that is just as exclusive as the studio system in a lot of ways. Gen Art helps particularly young filmmakers and actors be seen, be heard, have a place to come together and learn from each other.
So congratulations on the award.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
You're doing so well in front of the camera. Why the interest behind it?
Well, the more that I work in film, the more I have become interested in all aspects of it. And I started writing a one-woman show, which then developed into this short film, and I've got an incredible crew of people on board with me. And so I enjoy it so much because there's a lot of downtime being an actor. Even when you're working all the time, you have sometimes weeks, months of downtime. And so I have chosen to fill it with writing and with producing, and I love it. And it gives me an opportunity also not to be pigeonholed into one type of role, you know, because on television especially I play usually one type of role, and when I get to write my own stuff, you know, I get to do everything I ever wanted to do, and it's very exciting.
How's the ice cream, buddy? Fabulous! Woo! Can I have the birthday cake remix, please? This is really good. This is really good.
YouTube.com and type in my last name, Cunningham Eves, or Witness the Loaf. It's a music video and it's very fun. It's amazing. It's really amazing. They can expect something like nothing they've ever seen before.
My name is DavidJr.com.